Hello. Pull. Oh. Ooh. Yeah.
Hi, I am Joshua GBS Devon, and we are going to talk about dividing polynomials using long division. Hi, now in today's discussion, I am going to show you how to divide polynomials using long division. But first, I am going to show you the steps on how to do it. First is we're going to divide. Second is we're going to multiply. And third, we're going to subtract. And lastly, we're going to bring down. Now let's have these example. The example stated that the divisor is z minus 8 and our dividend is z squared minus 19z minus 11. Now to solve this equation, we're going to do the step 1, which is to divide. Divide z and z squared as illustrated. Therefore, z squared is divided to z will be the answer is z. Therefore, the z would be our coefficient. Now, the second step is we're going to multiply our coefficient to the divisor, meaning z times z and z times negative 8. Therefore, z times z is z squared and z times negative 8 is negative 8z. Now, the third step is we're going to subtract. Meaning to say, we're going to subtract our dividend to our answer. But always remember that the rule of subtraction in dividing is there will be always the minus sign besides your answer. Therefore, negative times z squared and negative times negative 8z is negative z squared and positive 8z. Now, let us proceed to the third step, which is the subtraction. Let us subtract our dividend to our answer. Caution! Always remember that the sign of the biggest number will be its sign. Therefore, negative 19z and positive 18z is negative 11z. Now, after the third step, we've done to divide, multiply, subtract, and lastly is we're going to bring down. Now, bring down negative 11 to our answer. Therefore, negative 11z and minus 11. Next is we're going to repeat the process, mainly to divide again. We're going to divide our divisor to our answer, namely negative 11z over z. Therefore, negative 11 is our answer. Now, negative 11 will be our coefficient. The next step is to multiply our coefficient to our divisor. Now, negative 11 times z is negative 11z. Next is we're going to multiply negative 11 times negative 8. But always remember, in the rule of multiplication, negative times negative will always be positive. Therefore, the answer will be positive 88. Now, we're just going to repeat the same process of the rule of subtraction in division. We're going to change the sign, namely negative 11z will turn into positive 11z, and positive 88 will turn into negative 88. Therefore, when we subtract it, negative 11z and positive 11z will be 0, and negative 11 and negative 88 will be negative 99. As you can see, we have negative 99 as our remainder because negative 99 cannot be divided to our divisor. Now, to have a proper understanding which is our divisor, our coefficient, our dividend, as well as our remainder. So, our coefficient is z minus 11. Our dividend is z squared minus 19z minus 11. And our divisor is z minus 8. And our remainder is negative 99. Therefore, the answer of this problem is just copy our coefficient, namely z minus 11, and copy the remainder, negative 99 over our divisor, namely z minus 8. That was our first example with this discussion, and we identified who is our coefficient, divisor, dividend, as well as our remainder. We also discussed the steps of dividing polynomials using the long division method. Namely, the steps of this are divide, multiply, subtraction, and bring down. To further understand how to divide polynomials using the long division method, let's have these examples. The second example illustrated that our divisor is h minus 5 and our dividend is negative 3h squared plus h plus 15. The first step is we're going to divide our divisor to our dividend. Namely, we have negative 3h as our coefficient. Next step is to multiply our coefficient to our divisor. Namely, negative 3h times h and negative 3h times negative 5. The third step is we're going to subtract. Subtract our answer to our dividend. But always remember the rule of subtraction in dividing. Last step is we're going to bring down, namely bring down positive 15. Now, just repeat the basic steps of long division, namely to divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. Therefore, the answer of this equation is we just have to copy the coefficient, negative 3h and negative 14, and copy our remainder, namely negative 55. Therefore, negative over 55, and copy our divisor, namely h minus 5. Let's have another example. Now, n plus 5 is our divisor, and n squared plus 10n plus 18 is our dividend. Therefore, the answer of this equation is n plus 5 minus over 7 over, just copy our divisor, namely n plus 5. Let's have another example. M minus 8 divided by m squared minus 7m minus 11. Therefore, the answer of this equation is m plus 1 minus 3 over our divisor, namely m minus 8. Let's have another example. N minus 6 divided by n squared minus n minus 29. Therefore, the answer of this equation is n plus 5 plus 1 over n minus 6. Now that we've discussed about dividing polynomials using long division method, here are the examples. So that concludes my discussion about dividing polynomials using the long division method.